Hi, I'm Rafael from No Bugs Project, and this is Andre Carlucci. He is a co-founder of Way2 Technology. He's also Microsoft MVP and Regional Director, Intel Innovator, and Black Belt. So he's an amazing guy to follow. And he's also the coordinator from the .NET subject on TDC, the biggest event on the Latin America. So he's very important guy, and he will help us to find out how to eliminate bugs and bring high quality to our software. So, Andre, I would like to ask you, what was your biggest bug on your career, and what did you do to solve it? How did you manage to eliminate the bug?
Okay. Well, one that I can remember is like we were storing files in a database, and in some clients we would retrieve the file and it would work just fine. We would parse the file, everything was all right. And in another clients we would retrieve the file, the same file, and we would have a bug. And we spent like days trying to figure out why it would work in my computer and not in another computer, and so on. After a while, we realized that the guy who created the table created this column using a C log, which means it's just like text using some kind of encoding there. And the file was a binary file. So when someone was trying to retrieve the file from a client that was using a different encoding system, Oracle database would try to convert this file in another encoding, and we would have an error. And if I happen to have the same encoding system, everybody would be all right. So it took a while to figure that out, and in the end we just created another column, and we had to migrate all the files from one column to another. Also, we had to do that using a client using the same encoding that the server was using. It was a lot of work.
Yes.
So one thing that I have to say is study encoding and treat binary files as binary file and text as text always.
Yes. And how did you find this bug? Because it is a really specific case, right?
Yes.
So how did you find it? How did you solve this problem?
Well, we were trying everything, right? We were trying like the computer system, the operation systems, and so on. And at one point, we just found, well, let me open the file and see what's happening. And I'd open the file in a text editor, a binary file in a text editor. And then I could see that only some characters, they were changing. And I thought, well, why most of the bytes are the same, but just a few are different? Why? And then I just remember, encoding, that's the thing.
Oh, nice.
But we have to study that. We have to have that in your background to understand that. Yeah,
for sure. And also, what is the golden tip that you can give us for No Bugs Project and also for me? And how can we get high quality software? What is the golden tip you can give us?
Right. Well, I would say specifically to this case, study domain specific problems. For instance, if you're dealing with text and encoding, study that, know how it works, know how to write a character in one language and another, how to translate that, understand how encoding text works. Mm-hmm. Another thing that developers always forget is date and time. Yes. You take for granted that every day has 24 hours, and that's not true. You take for granted that every hour has 60 minutes, and that's not true in some cases. Sometimes they have, if you are dealing with daylight savings, for instance, a day could have 25 hours,
yes,
or 23.
Yes.
Or maybe it's just the time when you have a leap seconds, for instance. So your day will have 25 hours and 1 second,
yes,
and so on. Some countries, they have 1 hour difference when you are dealing with daylight with GMT. Some countries, they have half an hour. some countries they have 15 minutes. It's just crazy. We think that just because Brazil is using 1 hour, everybody else is using 1 hour, and that's where you get an error, especially when developing global applications.
Yes. So I agree with Andrea Carlucci. We have to study everything in coding and all of those things. It's a detail. How Andrea said, an hour can have the days in Brazil can have 25 hours, or it can have 23 hours. So it's very tricky, and it's a bug very difficult to find.
Yeah, especially because you will most probably you find that in production, right?
Yes.
Because you test in your own computer using your daytime, and then when you put in a computer on the server, and for instance you are using a computer on the cloud, and probably the computer using GMT or another time, and then you get the problem.
Yes. So it's a very difficult bug to find, and we have to know all these kind of details in order to eliminate these bugs. So, Andre, I have to thank you very much. It was a high honor to have you here.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you so much.
And it's important to mention also that Andre Carlucci is he made 40 talks on TDC. So he's a very well-recognized guy here, and he's very important. And I'm sure his tips will help a lot you from No Bugs project, and for sure you will use the tips he gave us. So thank you again, Andre, and it was a really high pleasure to have you here. And thank you.
Okay, take care. Happy coding.
Okay, happy coding. Bye bye.
Bye.